Yeah, let's actually get into it now. Nick Rekieta. Holy shit. Um wow. Anyway, I actually meant to bring up something. Rekieta.
So I'll say this: I have not watched a Nick Rekieta stream in years, and I just assumed he was still doing his thing where he kind of evaluates uh ongoing cases and kind of gives his perspective on it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I thought he was still doing too, right?
Apparently, from what I've heard, he's largely stopped doing that and started doing just like party streams.
Really?
Yeah, like college bro streams.
Geez.
So yeah.
Trying to there we go. Do.
This one really just like caught me so out of left field because I was like, how do you fuck up this bad?
I'm trying to find a couple of pictures of him, right?
Yeah.
So you got pictures of him from like 2 years or so ago.
Yeah, somebody did a before like a if you can find it, there's somebody that did a timeline picture like
Before and after timeline. Because my gosh, he looks horrible right now. Here we
oh
go.
yeah. No, you can tell. And apparently somebody said that there were times on the stream he had like a yellowish color. It looked like he had jaundice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
here
it.
we go. So, Nick Rekieta. All right, so I used to watch or listen to Nick, right? And I guess this was about 4 or 6 years ago now at this point.
Yeah, I did the same.
Back when he was talking about the Vic Mignogna stuff, which, if you go looking for him, I think the Daily Mail comes up first in the uh, the listing, and it talks about his claim to fame was apparently the um, what was his name, the actor?
The Amber Heard
Yeah,
and
the Amber Heard and
Johnny Depp.
whatever Johnny Depp trial, right? But his whole thing, his climb started back with Vic Mignogna.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to make that clear because the Daily Mail can't do research.
No, they can't research
But
worth a damn.
you can look at this and just see his decline from just a year ago to what he currently is. And what happened is I saw a Bearing video pop up on my feed, and I hadn't seen Bearing in forever either, or heard from him in a damn long time. And it said something about Nick Rekieta's fall from something. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
So I clicked on it. And that's when I saw the current image essentially in that video, and videos from him that night, and they're talking about it, and they're like, it looks like he's jerking off and all this other stuff. It's like, no, bro's getting head. I'm sorry. That's what it looks like. He's getting head in the middle of his stream. He talked to somebody, he was
Yeah.
getting some. Anyway,
Uh
but
Here, hit that. Can you enlarge that real quick?
oh, there we
Okay.
go. But
So
yeah, I looked at him and was just like, what the hell? He's got to be on crack or something. It turns out he is on something.
yeah. And look at his face, particularly the cheeks. You see that 6 years ago.
Well, you can see it sunken in. He's skeletal, kind of
Yeah,
emaciated. That's the word I'm looking for.
emaciated. Yep.
Yeah, compared to back in the day when he was full of life, even a year ago, he had more going on then. But apparently, he's been going downhill for the past 2 years.
Yeah, you can see the start of it from the 1 year picture where his cheeks are starting to cave in.
Yeah. And it's just like, damn, what the hell? And then, I made a tweet knowing, it's not going to get seen. I'm a nobody, right? It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you gotta get help because I don't know what's going on, but there's something definitely going on. And not even 24 hours later, the news breaks: dude's been arrested, along with his wife and his side piece.
And it wasn't just arrested, they broke into his house.
Yeah, like they broke in there and took him in. And this guy had it going for him too. And
He
to throw it all away for crack cocaine and a swinger's life, I guess.
I, so
Allegedly. It's just ridiculous. But
so
anyway.
they say power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Well, yeah, but if I had money, I sure as hell won't be going on drug benders.
Well, yeah, we're not stupid. I'm sorry, this was beyond stupid. And the fact of the matter is, and this is where, like, once I watched Barron's more recent video and got more context, I have no sympathy for Nick or his wife because they pretty much abandoned their kids to do drugs. Like, the kids were still in the
Yeah, and
house.
I
They
have no
just,
sympathy for the other dude either, who's running around on this media tour right
oh no,
now,
fuck
who
him too.
should probably shut up.
Oh no,
Because I hear that the police might be looking into him for some charges too. I'm not even sure how he didn't get caught up in this.
no, I guarantee here's what happened because my background, I've worked with police before. Here's how it goes. Yeah, we'll give you protection. That's the police officer. The police officers can say whatever the fuck they want to you to
Well,
get you to talk.
yeah, I don't know what it was, but apparently here's the story so far that we know. Because dude's doing this media circuit, he's talking about it. Some other information was released, and some back information was released by another lawyer who's in those back channels.
Yep.
So apparently, somebody from the church, a kindergarten teacher from the church, I guess, sound the alarm. Then several people from the church went to police. Police went and knocked down the door, essentially, after watching him for a while. Because according to the affidavit and the police report, they were watching his streams.
Yeah.
To do research on the guy, to figure out what they were looking at. And apparently Nick Rekieta, his wife Kaylee, are each facing felony charges of second-degree drug possession of 25 grams or more of cocaine, a gross misdemeanor charge of possession of a firearm by a user of a controlled substance, and a misdemeanor count of child endangerment following their arrest early Thursday morning. Now, I would say that's probably more because there's 5 kids in his house.
There's
It's
probably
probably
more.
5 counts,
Yeah.
one for each child or minor, because one's 16. I mean, they're still a child, but also at the same time. Anyway,
It might even be more than that because that guy that was on that podcast, whatever his name is,
I think it's Adam.
Adam or Aaron, whatever.
It's Aaron, maybe.
I don't.
Who's also
He's a piece
not
of shit
only is
anyway.
he a massive cuck, but he's just a piece of shit in general.
Yeah. So he brought his kids over there.
Yeah.
So it might be more than 5.
The charges say a warrant was executed just after 9 a.m. at the Spice Mean home of the Rekieta. Law enforcement encountered Nick traveling to his vehicle on 51st Street, or traveling in his vehicle on 51st Street Northeast. As they arrived, he was stopped and detained. A juvenile female refused to allow officers into the home, and Nick refused to give them the door code for entry. Law enforcement entered the home using a door ram. Okay. Well, you won't give us access, we'll make access.
Yeah. It's like the moment they said that they have a I can't think of the word now. Crap.
A warrant?
Warrant. He should have been like, okay, I'm caught. No, denying access when they have a warrant means that like you said, they'll make the access.
Yeah, upon entry, law enforcement located Kaylee, 4 juveniles inside the home. The Requetas reportedly had 5 children together. Charges say officers noted the dirty condition of the home, with clothing everywhere, dust and dirty dishes. A search of the home turned up several items in the master bedroom and closet, including 26.67 grams of coke, 8 ketamine pills, a digital scale, an AR rifle with several magazines, a .22 caliber spent casing, 2 credit cards belonging to Inholt, and various drug paraphernalia, and other items that tested positive for cocaine residue. Additional firearms and ammunition were found inside the garage. Nick agreed to speak with officers and said that he and Kaylee sleep in the master bedroom and that the Imholts were visiting the home, but he refused to answer any questions about the drugs. Officers noted Nick had sores on his arms that were consisted of those commonly seen on controlled substance users. At jail, Kaylee requested her prescription medicine be brought to her. Upon inspection, jail staff found unknown pills and gummies that did not match the prescription on the container. Really?
Wow.
I need my medicine. It's in this bottle. But don't look in the bottle. Anything you do, but don't look in the bottle, please. Just don't fucking do it.
Wow.
Nick Rekieta gained a large following social media YouTube by mixing legal
I think it's
analyst
just going.
commentary, sometime with humor. Yeah, and his humor has went downhill too. Like, I listened to some of his shit, and it's just like, dude, it's not even humor anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're saying, but it ain't fucking humor. Let's see. Copy of the police report. All right, this I'm not going to show due to doxing rules and stuff like that.
Yeah. No,
But I'm going to bring it over here real quick.
Information.
Yeah. Mandatory issue. Want to speak with officers. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. In person, family service, blah, blah, blah. Nick Rekieta, Kaylee, and April all arrested.
The Zoom court hearing was insane, by the way. People were able to join it.
Yeah, I heard about that. Let's see. Felony, description, drugs, 5th degree, drugs, 5th degree, drugs, 5th degree, possession, gross misdemeanor, possession of ammo, /any. So it looks like we've got 2 gross misdemeanors and what's being shown here, and 3 felonies.
Yeah, they said he's probably going to get 25 years. Easy.
Let's see. Mandatory reporters. I don't care about that. That would be whatchamacallit, dude. But yeah. Holy snap, Nick.
And let me be clear. One of my biggest the big red button for me is kids.
Here's the thing. Drama alert. Of course it's drama alert. Why wouldn't they?
Versus Nicholas.
What were you saying?
I was saying that kids are my big red button. If somebody endangers a kid in any way, they can fucking rot in hell. I don't give a damn. Even if they're my best friend. If I hear that a kid was endangered because of them,
that's why I'm pissed off at the second guy, right? I can't remember what his name is, the cut guy.
No, all of them.
But like, well, naturally the others, but just that guy in general, because he's running around saying, I wanted to say something, I should have said something, I didn't say something, and then he takes his own kids around him too.
Yeah, no, he can go to hell
while they're having orgies in the master bedroom, and it's like, dude, you are the biggest piece of shit out of all of them. Because not only are you out here now riding the hype train on it, making bank off of it, as scummy as that is, I get it. Do you. That's scummy. But still, you're out there pleading, trying an apology tour, and you're still the biggest piece of shit.
And he's definitely
you're trying to now save your ass over it instead of take responsibility for your inaction. In fact, you enabled a lot of it.
Yeah.
Whether you want to believe it or not, by not doing anything. I mean, you were cucked and you liked it. That's fine. You can be cucked all day you can want, but you endangered those kids. You endangered your own kids.
Yep.
And you've got him running around talking about how, they would get strung out and talk about wanting to kill themselves. And, that other one apparently telling Nick to, to just shoot her or whatnot, get it done with. And then Nick apparently making like 5 times a day gun things in his mouth or whatnot towards her or something. And it's like, and you let the kids be around that. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, the kids. I'm totally okay with kids going. Apparently, I think I heard that the kids are going with a family member. I'm not sure,
Oh yeah.
but like I don't think they'll be in the system. I think they're going to be
No,
with, like,
they're going to contact next of kin first. That's
yeah.
procedure. I
And I,
don't. I mean, granted, the procedure might be different in other states, but most of them that I know of, they contact the next of kin, like a grandmother, a sister, a brother, that sort of thing, of the parents first, and say,
yeah,
"Hey, something's happened. Can you?" If they
yeah,
turn them down, then they wind up getting in the system, which
yeah.
sucks.
And like I'm just like wrapping my head around this has been a week-long endeavor.
Well, yeah,
Because
because neither one of us watched his downfall. Otherwise, we would have noticed something ahead of time. This is one of those, the news smacks you, and you're like, what the hell happened to you? You were playing Ace Attorney at Law at one point and having a
yeah,
good time and doing law analytics on stuff,
pretty wholesome stuff. I'm gonna be honest.
and occasionally cracking a halfway decent joke once in a while. And now you're behind bars.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, with that Aaron guy or whatever, I'm just gonna call him Aaron because I don't know his name. Uh, with that Aaron guy, um, I guarantee you. Now I don't have any proof of this, but I'm just saying I guarantee you, from my experience, he's going to get charged, and he's going to get charged as heavy as Nick. But they're going to use him to get information, and then he's going to be twisting in the wind the moment they get stuff out of him. Guarantee that, because a lot of the
Oh shit! I hadn't seen Camelot in a long time too, and
who?
Camelot. Apparently, I guess he became buddies with Nick because he's been doing some things.
I don't know who that is. So
Camelot got his claim to fame by what was it? GameStop stories, I think,
oh, was that during the
and retail
GameStop
stuff.
stock rush thing?
No, it was uh horror stories from working with GameStop and shit like
Oh,
that.
okay, yeah.
If I remember correctly, I'll have to look because I think I had fallen down this rabbit hole of like retail um, stories or something like that,
Yeah.
and
So
it's the GameStop guy.
yeah. So what's
But that was like his claim to fame because he did like several videos here about playing guitar.
hmm?
And then he made one about men working at GameStop 11 years tells all, 2007 to 2018 nightmare, and that's when he blew up. So he started to blow up after doing retail horror stories from his life and user submitted stuff and things.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, side note, I was trying to look for what's his face's name.
I know it starts with A.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping somebody would put it in the fucking title of something, but Aaron. It's Aaron.
It is Aaron. I got it right.
Yeah. Aaron Inholt. Anyway. But yeah. So let's take a look at this because I think they did this hearing for Nick, right?
Yeah.
And it got trolled heavily. It got trolled really bad.
Yeah.
This is the state of Minnesota. versus Nicholas Robert Rekieta. Am I saying that correctly? You've told me before.
Yes, sir, Rekieta.
I have your date of birth is December 16, 1981.
Yes, sir.
Currently reside at 1229.
Keep in mind, these judges and a lot of these people are ancient. Before they were here before the dinosaurs, so they don't really know how to use tech.
It's based on 3 counts to a complaint order for detention. The record should reflect that Alex Kornahachi appears for the state of Minnesota. Mr. Rekieta, you are self-representing yourself at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Count 1 is second-degree possession, 25 grams or more of cocaine or methamphetamine. This is in violation of Minnesota Statute 152.022, subdivision 2, print A, print 1. The maximum sentence for that count is 25 years in prison and/or a $500,000 fine. Count 2 is possession of ammunition or any firearm with the user of controlled substances. This is a gross misdemeanor, so the maximum sentence is 364 days in the Kandahar County Jail and/or a $3,000 fine. Count 3, endangerment of a child when present with a sale or possession of a controlled substance. Again, a gross misdemeanor. Maximum.
You want your coke out, Nick, and kill yourself, you stupid motherfucker.
I'm going to warn everyone again. This is a court proceeding. If you were in a courtroom with me, the judge would remove you. So, any violation of that will be removed. Ms. Block?
Judge, I just disabled people the ability to unmute themselves, so I will work to unmute people as they need to speak to the court this morning.
All right, thank you.
Last mute.
Aside from Mr. Rekieta and Mr. Kornahachi, no one needs to at this point. Lastly, I think I was saying that the count 3 gross misdemeanor has a maximum sentence of 364 days and/or a $3,000 fine. Mr. Rekieta, you understand what you've been charged with, and second question, the maximum sentences associated with each count.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, at least Katie there knows how to mass mute everybody.
Yeah. Did you notice anything during that?
What?
Okay, 2 things. 1, he's self-representing.
Yeah, I know that.
Fucking stupid.
Well, he's a lawyer.
No, it's still not good to self-represent because then you can't make. There's a lot of claims of defense you cannot make once you self-defend. That's why it's one of the worst things you can do.
Know anything about that?
Yeah, you can't you can't claim insanity. You can't claim. There's a lot of things.
Well, we know he's not insane.
I know, but what I'm saying is I use as an example. There's a lot of things that when you self represent, you can't plead. You can't. There's a lot of things you can no longer plead. This was not a smart move, and even a lot of lawyers were saying the same thing. That what's he think? What could he possibly think? Secondly, partway through, he started getting the shakes.
Well, that's because he noticed everybody appearing in the courtroom. That one dude talked about him, KYSing.
Yeah, but what I'm also thinking is that that's drug withdrawal.
Yeah, that too.
Because he's never been stressed about people in the chat or anything like that. I think that's straight drug withdrawal.
See.
The funny thing is, you know where I learned about all the representation nuances? From Rekieta.
Let's see. Let's trust system.
The weird thing is, he doesn't seem to have. Maybe it's just me. He didn't look to have much remorse about the whole situation, but There was one guy who claimed that he was trying to blame other people. It's a shit show.
Well, let's see. I'm looking at defendants who self-represent, and it affords him better access to things, essentially, so he can defend himself.
I mean, yeah, that's a given, but there's also a lot of things you can't do.
Well, it doesn't say anything about things you can't do, so
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I don't know anything about that.
and neither am I. I'm just going off of what
So
I've heard.
I mean, you could. I mean, technically, you could probably say you're self-representing and still make the claim of insanity, depending on how you carry yourself.
That's the one thing I'm positive on, though, is that you forego that. And
Well,
there was
according to
something else.
this, Justa, you are afforded all the rights you would have originally had.
Okay, maybe that's changed then. I don't know.
So it's just you don't have legal counsel outside of yourself, but you are still allowed to ask for counsel after the fact.
Okay.
However, if you are jailed, it allows you access to things like the library and stuff in order for you to, handle your own case.
Yeah.
And
I actually heard a story about a
apparently,
guy.
people do that. You will also file like frivolous motions to disrupt the case as well. So,
Yeah, I actually heard of a guy who was wrongfully convicted and he represented himself and he actually learned how to become a lawyer in jail
that'd be
and
funny.
and literally got his freedom because he learned how to become a lawyer in jail. Self-represented,
Yeah,
won the
just
case.
FYI, you don't need college to learn a lot of stuff.
No.
You just need access to the internet.
Yep.
Oh shoot! I hit my thing. But yeah. So the downfall of Nick.
Yeah,
This is
it's
probably
sad,
it.
but
For him. I don't see how he's going to get out of this at all, outside of with pleading insanity. But yeah, he made a lot of bad decisions, and it's probably not going to be much left of him. What is it?
During the time, man you
He's a-
see on the screen is Nick Rekieta of the YouTube channel Rekieta Law, a channel that
57
rose to
seconds.
prominence during the time, especially during the time of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. According to Social Blade,
Oh my gosh! Stop that! He did not. It was Vic Mignogna is what really brought him up. I mean, sure, he got a ton of viewership during that, and then it dropped back down to previously.
yeah.
he got phenomenal views. However, since then, his views have dropped off massively. Consistently, he has been losing 2,000 subscribers every month for 2 years now. When one falls as hard as they do, it is inevitable they're going to choose a darker path. During the Depp trial, some of those more negative traits rose to prominence, including excessive consumption. Let's call it that. I mention this because
He was drinking a lot.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he did that like since the beginning.
And the thing is, a lot of people said you don't need to drink so much, even
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah, he was drinking a lot and definitely had some alcoholism going on.
I do have a theory because of the way Nick looks. I got this feeling that Nick might have got some bad medical news and just
No, he just hasn't eaten. He's been doing hard drugs.
no. Well, I know that like here, but I'm saying like before that, to flip so hard in your life that is pretty much you're good. Like, you can't tell me that if you had like not even multiple thousands, but just 2,000 subscribers paying you monthly, you could live off that, couldn't you?
Probably. Depends on how much they're paying, I guess.
I would assume like $5, but I could live off that. You could live off that.
Well,
Surely
I can't
he
do
could.
math. So, calculator. Yes, I don't have enough fingers and toes for this.
That's 10 grand. That is 10 grand a month.
Is that really?
Yeah, before taxes.
Oh, wait, I did that wrong.
That's 2,000 times 5.
5 times 2,000 for fuck's sake. Can I not type? That is 10 grand. You cut that by what, 0.25 for taxes?
Yeah, so let's do times 0.25.
So that's about 40 grand to the government.
Yeah, so that's 10,000 minus 2,500. 7,500 a month. Dude, that is almost half a year's worth of expenses for me.
Let's see. How much is that again?
7,500 a month after taxes.
That is more than I make in a month. Yes, I could live off of that, and I could live off of it comfortably.
Yeah, same.
Very comfortably.
Very
actually.
comfortably. This is insane. He had a paid off house.
Yeah.
There is no reason to do this other than either you are that much of a weak man to be influenced by others, or you got some bad medical news and you said, fuck life.
No, I just think it was the alcoholism and then the drugs.
Yeah.
And since they were apparently swingers, or I guess technically Nick was the instigator of that. Because he apparently, I guess, wanted to upgrade or something and make it okay.
I mean, you saw that's his wife there, so
Where's the picture of all of them?
I don't know. Did you go to a different webpage?
I don't know.
Anyway. Don't want you to play that.
Images.
Oh, there's the machine with the cotton candy.
Yeah. So there was a picture of all three of them somewhere. Maybe I didn't have it brought up.
Yeah,
but,
I saw.
It looked like his side piece was much better looking than his wife. So
yeah,
that's what I'm getting at.
No, his wife was pretty strung out. You could tell. So
yeah, and that due to the fact that him and his wife in those photos of right here.
Yeah.
And then the current photo of the other one isn't as bad. They were already on the drugs beforehand.
Oh, you think so?
I think they were the ones already on the drugs ahead of time.
Ooh,
before
okay.
Aaron and them came into the picture. I mean, that's speculation, but that's just based off of appearance because the girlfriend doesn't look near half as bad as they do.
Yeah.
She looks much better. Which means, yeah, sure, she was in on the drugs and getting high and everything else when they started doing their thing, whenever that was. But I think they were on it much longer than that. They had the money, they fell into it.
That makes sense.
He did, because he was drinking so heavily and he needed something else because you're an alcoholic and it stops doing the thing it does. You need a better high.
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah. I mean, that's my theory.
What you saw on the screen, which was at the end of a 4-hour stream, where Nick clearly looks like he's lost far too much weight and looks very much under the weather and needs to get some help, he got arrested. Hence the mug shot.
There's one.
There it is.
Yeah, look at her. She is way better looking than the other two right now.
Yeah.
For some, and I as somebody who has personally seen people use drugs long term, I've seen what it does to them. They look like they have been doing the drugs much longer than she has.
Yeah, you're right. You are 100% right.
Have on the screen.
Which is why my first thing was, is he on meth? Because we have meth heads around here, which is why I've been exposed to that sort of thing and have seen what it does to people.
Here too. In fact, I think it's become a sport.
Nick and Kayla have both been charged with 5th-degree possession of narcotics, as has April. Updates will follow once more is known.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired too, Nick. Oh, but anyway. Yeah, so that's the downfall of Nick. I don't think he's going to be back anytime soon.
I already heard he lost
Probably.
his license.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a given. It's just checking him in. Oh, by the way, your license is gone. Or do you mean disbarment?
A disbarment, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Charges like this will probably get you disbarred almost immediately. So he's not coming back as a lawyer. If he does, he'll have to come back to the YouTube circuit. Question is anybody going to ever watch him again? Outside of the devoted few.
I don't think so.
I think his career is done everywhere at this point. But it's not going to matter if he gets 25 to life, so...
Yeah, well, 25, he's probably, around our age, I would think?
Well, the judge was listing things, and it's like 25 for the drug, right?
Well, no, I'm saying, like, how old is Nick?
Oh, Nick is 40, I think. Yeah, 42. He's older than both of us.
If he got minimum sentencing, 25,
yeah,
you're looking at
that's
him
maximum.
Coming out at 65 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he's done. He'll be a Walmart greeter.
Yep.
You know, providing they still have them and they're not robots at that point.